This will be the first part of my reading update of Love Radio. I just want to say to Destiny, I want to slap the shit out of you. So, the main character, Danielle, was like, throughout this page was like talking about something of that night. And I'm thinking, I'm getting this like bad feeling like this something happened. And then Destiny came to her house and Danielle's not really fucking with her. Not really fucking with her. Something happened at night, and I'm like, what happened? Like, and then Danielle was like, not Danielle. Destiny was like, oh, you think you better than me and all that. If I was Danielle, I would have turned around because Danielle was like, I'm not trying to hear none of you saying. You clearly acting oblivious. I would have turned to her and said, no, but obviously you think I'm better than you. You think I'm better than you because clearly you're feeling some type of way about my house and shit. So throughout, I'm liking that is dual POVs because we get to know who Prince is and we also get to know who Danielle is. I like both of the characters. I really like Danielle, you feel me? Especially, talking about certain the movies the black romance movies, like Love and Basketball, and then the one with Lauren Tate. I had never seen it, but like I noticed that when we watch these movies with like adult eyes, it's like sometimes it be red flags. It be flags that be ringing, but when we watch them, we were like kids or whatever, we think like, oh, this romantic. Nah, this shit is not. Especially with Love and Basketball, because, nigga, I'm not playing a grown man for his heart. Nigga, either you want me or you don't. And then, Prince is a good guy. You feel me? Getting books for his younger brother. Getting books for his friend's, daughter. Very cute. Of course, he was a little nervous because he had a crush on her. And he kind of came out, his words kind of came out a little, not how he wanted to. She kind of judged him, but honestly, if he would have came at me and I seen child books, I would have either thought that, okay, is these books for your child or your brother? That's just me, because I have siblings. So it's either going to be your child or your brother. Fast forward, she ended up bringing him books to his house. She apologized. And, he said, okay, we can hang out. Fast forward again, she tried to give him an excuse of, I got my braids, and he said, I could take them out. I'm like, shit cute. As you can see, I just got off work. I got off work early. It was kind of slow, so I brought some books with me, and I finished Love Radio. So, I'm gonna start off with giving my rating. It was, to me personally, this was a 5 out of 5. Now, I already knew I was going to enjoy it by the first page. And I knew I was going to enjoy it by the first page. But I just said, let me read some. I read like 100 pages last night. And then I just finished it today at work. It got a 5 out of 5 for me. And because I was kind of like afraid to do a review at my job, I wrote it on my phone. So I got my notes, so I'm gonna read off my notes and probably elaborate on a couple things. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Destiny bitch ass. Hopefully I'm gonna save this just in case. To Destiny, you a trash friend, you're a trash human being, you just trash in general. Trigger warnings. I'm about to talk about SA. You invite your friend, Danielle, to a party with college young men. I'm going to just say men because anybody could go to college. So it could be as far as 30. The first morning she gave you that she felt uncomfortable before she even got in the door. You getting mad at her because she don't want to come in. One, you're driving in her car. You're not in your car. You're driving in her car, her vehicle. She told you she wanted to leave. But, she decided to stay. And honestly, I would too, because even with how you is as a person, I'm not going to leave you by yourself with all these men in that room. I don't care how you are, I'm not gonna leave you by yourself. So I understand why she still went in there, but nah, you're a trash human being. And then Drew, the guy who assaulted her, because I was like speculating what happened to her, and then I'm like, bro, did she get assaulted? And throughout the pages, we were getting like little flashbacks. And Drew, you were a horrible human being. You were bitch. You were a trash human being. And I'm glad you're a fictional character, because if you were real, pop you. And I know it's people like you in real life, and I hope they get. You know. It's probably gonna be another part, but y'all some evil ass HOES. Y'all just trash human beings. You feel me? You just weird. Follow me for part. This is part 2 of my review for Love Radio. Part 1, I talked about the grimy human beings, which was Drew and Destiny. Now I wanted to talk about the love story between Prince and Danielle. Now, after reading it, I kind of remembered that my sister's name was Danielle, so I had to disconnect that. But I enjoyed the love story. I enjoyed them bringing the best out of each other, them pushing each other to be the best version of themselves, especially Danielle pushing Prince to be like, hey, I see what you could do. I see beyond what you could do. I want you to see beyond what you could do. I don't want you to be complacent and be like, yeah, I could do this, I'm good. No, I want you to explore your vision, your thoughts, your dreams. I also want to say Prince is a phenomenal big brother, a phenomenal son. And, you know, take care of his mother, because his mother has no MS. I enjoyed learning about his family. I enjoyed learning about who Prince was individually and who he is when he was with Danielle. Same with Danielle. And, you know, because of that incident, she shut herself down she disconnected herself from people. And I honestly, I could understand that, because with something as traumatic as that, is you don't know who you could possibly talk to, who you could possibly trust. Some people would tell you to move on, and you probably try to move on, but then something might trigger you, and it's so I appreciate also that at the end she did talk to a counselor. She is getting herself help, and I know that memory is never gonna go away. But I'm glad she also got her friendship back with I think I forgot the two girls' names. But I'm glad they got back to being friends again, because a friend group, especially as not just a friend group, a sisterhood group, is always phenomenal, especially when you have the right people backing you up, supporting you. What my favorite moments of the book was like the first couple of pages when Prince offered to take Daniel's braids down, and boy, that he won me with that, because as a girl who has braids, this might be a part 3. That is a lot. As I was saying, part 3, hopefully final part. That's a lot. You gotta take out the hair, and then if you tender head, like I'm tender head in the middle, you gotta detangle the hair, you gotta wash the hair. Luckily he didn't have to do that part, but he won me with that. He had me smiling, cheesing. He also bought her like the whole store, which is exaggeration. Like, he brought her a lot of snacks. He won me with that. Very respectful. You know, like I said, he's a good big brother, a good son. Like, he won me. Another favorite moment was when, like, cause you know he said 3 dates. You gon' feel the kid. You feel me? She didn't think that. I think it was the second date. He took her to a bookstore that didn't open yet, but you know he had to hook up. You feel me? He took her to a bookstore, did like a scavenger hunt where all her favorite authors, the authors that her mom put on her typewriter, and it was very beautiful. And even though, you know, he had some stubborn problems, because he was just I see this a lot on TikTok, like I've heard a lot of people who can't have dairy, they always still find some way to eat some form of dairy, even though it's gonna hurt their stomach. So he adds some mac and cheese, and I understand mac and cheese. There's some good mac and cheese. He risked it for the mac and cheese and ended up, having to use the bathroom throughout the day. But he still made that date very special for her, and I enjoyed that. She also did a date for him too, because they kids, so they got school, he got a job, so of course they couldn't have the third date yet. But she took him to see her uncle, like at this museum, and he was in awe. It was like he even said in the book, it was like soaking up a sponge. And that was very cute. She did something for him, just like he has did. He's gone beyond for her the first 2 dates. So I enjoy those moments as well. I just want to say, this book was a 5 out of 5. I know, I probably rated a lot of books 5 out of 5, but hey, the books were well written. I enjoyed the characters. They didn't aggravate me. I enjoyed the sisterhood. I enjoyed the brotherhood. Even though some of Prince's friends kind of annoyed me when they were like, oh, you be hanging out, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, bro, Prince has a job. Prince is also trying to get a social life. And he's also taking care of his mother. So I understand that it's like, yeah, you want to hang out with your boy. But it's like, bro, chill out. But y'all have a good day, and I'm currently reading Bloodshot from Kennedy Wright. Have a good day.